Hello, am I audible? Hello, hello, am I audible? Hello, madam, am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Hello, madam. Am I audible, madam? Mamalde, madam. Charger, madam. Hello, am I audible, madam? Hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. You are getting my voice, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Hello. Am I audible, ma'am? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Gadicha, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Sir. We'll start in within 2 to 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am. Hello. Am I audible?
Can we
Thackeray,
start?
ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You can start.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to all respected dignitaries, invited guests, and faculty members, research scholars. To heartily welcome everyone on behalf of Research and Development Cell of Patil College of Engineering and Management, Amravati. I, Professor Vaishali Thackeray, welcome you all for the 1 week online FDP on the research methodology and use of ICT tools organized from 20th Feb to 25th Feb 2023. First, and Shri Praveen Kumar Ji Pote, President, and Honorable Mr. Shreyas Kumar Pote, President, Education and Welfare Trust Group of Educational Institutions, Amravati. I also warmly welcome Honorable D.T. Ingole, Principal Sir, and Honorable Mohammed Zoher Sir, Vice Principal of P.R. Pote Patil Education Trust Group of Educational Institutions, Amravati. I extend my warm welcome and gratitude to keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. A.B. Gadicha Sir, from PR Kote Patil Education and Welfare Trust Group of Educational Institutions, Amravati. I also extend my warm welcome to all the valuable and distinguished guests, researchers, all the respected deans, HOD of various departments, and faculty members and also thank them for giving a huge response to this FDP. Today, we have with us talented guest, Honorable Dr. A.B. Gadicha sir. Dr. A.B. Gadicha sir currently professor and head of the Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department, PR Kote Patil, Amravati, India. He has completed the Door of Science from Dana Brain and Neuroscience Society, Fars Chapter, Iran. He has done postdoctoral research in University, Australia. He has done post-PhD pilot research project from PhD in computer science and engineering from Santa Gadge Baba Amravati University. He has 11 years of experience in the field of computer forensics and information technology. He became first merit in the Master of Engineering in Information Technology in 2011. 68 research papers in national and international journal and conferences. He has published 2 books online and 4 Scopus Index book. He has 22 patents on IPR India and 15 copyrights in the field of computer forensics. He has a field of interest in video forensics, network security, image processing, and video summarization. Dr. currently working in 180 editorial and 50 plus reviewer and international bodies and communities including ISTE, CSI, IEEE, ACM, and IFPI. So we are such a versatile person for this training. So without taking much time, I to such a dynamic personality to share his knowledge 2 days on research methodology and use of ICT tools.
Thank you so much, madam. Yes, I get it. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Sure. So first and foremost, I can share my screen so that it will be useful to individual to get the presentation directly. I hope that my screen is visible perfectly and my
Yes, sir.
voice is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, madam, for introducing me on this virtual platform. We are organizing the 1-week online faculty development program on research methodology and use of ICT tools. First and foremost, I extend my gratitude towards our management, Honorable Shri Praveen Kumarji Pote Patil sir, Chairman PR Pote Patil Group of Educational Institutions Amravati. I thanks to Honorable Vice Chairman Shri Shreyas Kumarji Pote sir. I thanks to Honorable Principal Dr. D.T. Ingole sir. I thanks to Honorable Vice Principal Dr. Muhammad Zuhair sir, all head of department, dean, and dear distinguished faculty members and participants towards this 1-week faculty development program on research methodology and use of ICT tools, organized by Research and Development Cell, PR Potipatal, College of Engineering and Management, Amravati. Today, we are going to focus on the important topic which is relevant to the research orientation and the basic guideline how to start a research in the background of methodology and the use of ICT tools. Now, this is the fourth day of our faculty development program. And from last couple of days, we have listening about, or we are witnessing about the various research perspectives, which is important for the mechanism of doing the research in the proper direction. That may be a literature survey, that may be a kind of point of interaction with relevant to the problem statement or introduction to the research mechanism and methodologies. So that particular point we have covered in last 3 days. Now, today, we'll discuss maybe the next 45 to 40 minutes on reference management software called Zotero. So this reference management software or ICT tool is useful for handling your references or bibliography, which we are going to be utilized for the purpose of preparing our manuscript, thesis, PG dissertation, UG dissertation, or postdoctoral research proposal, etc. This Zotero software, it plays a very significant role to give the complete idea how to manage the entire reference management system and bibliography mechanism automatically. You do not need to do manually. Is there any when the functionality being there, you do not need to worry about how to do it manually. The manual functionality also being there, but this software gives you the flexibility to manage your references automatically without putting an extra pressure to the mind of a researcher or author. As we are aware that when we are designing a research methodology, a researcher has several decisions to make. That's more important. Like one of the most important is data methodology that uses either qualitative or quantitative or the combination of both. As we are aware that this research mechanism is divided into 3 subsections. First is qualitative, second is quantitative, and third one is mixed method. Now, what exactly the quantitative and what is qualitative? Quantitative research involves collecting and analyzing the data in terms of spoken words, textual data, and so on. Whereas quantitative approach, that is, researcher usually use a quantitative methodology when the objective of the research is set to confirm. And mixed method means combination of qualitative and quantitative both. So we'll discuss the most appropriate approach, how we can manage this particular phenomenon analogy in terms of software called Zotero. In my presentation, we are going to be discuss about why this important, this reference management tool, Zotero functionalities, how it is being useful in terms of research and methodology, how to download it and install it in our machine, or palm tops or laptops or mobile phones and so on. Creating your own Zotero library, adding references to your Zotero library, managing your documents, creating the bibliographies, using Zotero using MS Word, and finally we'll conclude the topic using summary. Let's start this beautiful content that's called as a Zotero software. Now, nowadays on the internet, this Zotero software is available free of cost. You do not need to pay a single penny to anybody else. Like once you have downloaded it successfully, so you have the freedom to use it very significantly. You do not need to pay a single penny for this particular software. But at the start of this particular, Zotero software, you must be aware about how to install it and what are the significance and basic objective of using this software. So we are aware that we are collecting the data. Yes, it is important to first collect the data. As yesterday, Dr. G.R. Bamnote sir giving a wonderful presentation, how to maintain and manage the literature survey for our research paper or thesis or dissertation. So we have huge amount of data which is available on the internet on our fingertips as well. So what is the role of a researcher? What is the role of, author? The role of an author is to collect it very significantly so that it will produces beautiful results in the future. So maybe possibility that we having the different sort of articles, we having the book, we have the conference paper on the internet itself. So what we need to do, we need to cite them very properly. Unless and until if we are not citing them into our research paper, it's quite difficult to manage them into the research article. So we can do this particular activity by citing them, and after that we'll put them into the reference list and bibliography. So this is the particular approach which we are doing in a manual way. Okay, so if you are doing this particular activity in a manual way, so lots of typing has to be there, lots of references are there, and there may be a possibility of mistake may occur by the author. So lots of possibilities are there and probabilities are there. So to avoid this complete confusion of probabilities and possibilities, we come up with a solution that called Zotero. It is a useful tool which signifies the entire process. How it will signifies the entire process. Now, in a similar way, we have the articles, we have the book, we have the n number of research paper or conference paper. We have to put them into the bucket of Zotero. And Zotero will gives you the automatic citation and reference list on your fingertips without doing anything. That means Zotero will gives you the complete entire data on your fingertips within the short period of time. Obvious question arises over here that why we use this reference management tool as an important one. Guys, this Zotero is not only an individual tool that we are going to discuss it right now. Some more tools are there like Mendeley, EndNote. The working of Mendeley and EndNote are exactly similar than that of the Zotero. But Zotero having more capacity on the cloud, though these are all cloud softwares. So all these cloud softwares, this Zotero having the maximum capacity to store the data and try to accumulate it and get back all the complete entire data. So obvious question arises here, why we use this particular software. This tool help you to manage your bibliography resources and integrate with your word processing software to generate in-text citation and bibliographies. It's more important to be understand why we are using this particular phenomenon. This particular software will directly integrate with the Microsoft Word, and you can directly get the complete reference list and bibliography list on the fingertips. This tool will save the bibliography data of information resources from the online databases as well. Now, there may be a possibility that we are taking the literature survey from different websites, n number of websites we are visiting, and after that we came to know that these kinds of PDFs or these research papers are important for my research work. Then what we are trying to do, we are trying to do it or download it manually. So this Zotero will gives you a flexibility or a facility to get intact into the software directly, and you can use it whenever you required. It make it easy to automatically switch to the different citation styles. Guys, in this particular software, more than 10,000 of citation styles will be available, starting from IEEE, APA, MLA, OneCore, Elsevier, ACM, etc. Whatever be the writing style, citation style you want, it will provide you. More than 10,000 plus citation style is available in the reference management software. And more importantly, you can synchronize your own content directly from the software as well. So I gives you the complete demonstration how to do it this particular way. It's very important to be understand first. So let's move ahead on this particular software. Zotero is openly source. It's free reference management tool that recognizes the bibliography information on book, journal articles, and other resources from the website databases and extract the metadata from these sources as well. So as I told you, like this particular software will extract the data from your book, from your reference paper or conference paper or research paper, and directly put them into the library. It will store the related citations like PDF, files, images, and you can put different link as well. It will create a citation and bibliography in the Word or Open Office document directly, publishes the shared library for your organization, class, or research group as well. And more importantly, this will be freely available for Mac operating system, Windows, Linux, and so on. You may get this particular software from the web link called zotero.org. Just you have to go over there, try to pick your browser properly, and listen until if you are not picking the browser properly, it will gives you an error while downloading the software. So its website is www.zotero.org. What you need to do, you need to just go over there, register yourself. Once you are registering yourself on this particular link, you came to know that some basic information you need to fill. Once you fill the complete basic information, your software will be ready to use. Even though once you download it on your machine, there may be a computer, a personal computer, or you're using a laptops or palm tops, then it's very simple to be use this particular software in the computer machine as well. Another feature is called as a connector. It's a Zotero connector. You can directly embed this Zotero connector in the web browser as well. Similarly, in a similar way which you are following, like go on to the internet and try to type the link that is zotero.org. In a similar way, you are going to install this Zotero connector. This Zotero connector will be automatically interconnect with your browser and try to fetch the important data which is available for the further use. Now, there may be a possibility that somehow you have installed the Zotero software in your machine and you are also using the Zotero connector as well. So that is a win-win situation. That's up to you that in which situation, in which sense you are going to be use it for the further studies or further research preparation. Now, as the journey of researchpreneurship has been initiated, it's more important to be understand the basic conceptualization of this Zotero panel. The entire Zotero panel is categorized into 3 different subsections. First section is divided into, if you can saw over here, you came to know that this first section is divided into the different libraries. It's called as the creation of your own folders. Okay. Second section is called as a library section, and third section is called as an item view. So this is the basic GUI of Zotero software, in which it consisting of 3 basic panels. The first panel will gives you the complete flexibility and freedom to create your own sort of research study by creating the folders or by creating your own sort of domain or interest folders, so that you can put your own research paper, PDF, conference paper, book, etc. Okay. In the second panel, you have the flexibility to use the library sort of mechanism. Once you create your own folder, put different sort of PDFs or research paper or kind of thesis into it. And third is called as a item view. In the item view, we'll get the complete information related to the PDF or website which you have already installed into the Zotero software. So it's a win-win situation program. You came to know that this is one of the case study. I already did it. Like this is the left column. This Zotero window has 3 columns. If you can observe on the screen, you came to know that this Zotero window is consisting of 3 columns. First one is left column, then middle column, and right column. In the left column, it will show you the Zotero libraries and collection. So we have created like digital library reading, then data archives policies, then KM nursing, and so on. So this is a particular library which I created for my own research work. In the second, that is the middle column, it displays the item containing the selected library. So these are the number of papers which I downloaded it based on the phenomenal research based on this particular library. And if I click on the first research paper in the middle column, the complete information will be populated into the right column, like item type, title, author, abstract, publication, volume, issue, pages, date, and etc. So the entire software is categorized into three different columns. First one is left column, then middle column, and third is the right column. This is a library column. Then we have the item column, and last we have the information related to selected item. Now, once you gather or once you understand the panel of or GUI of Zotero, then it is important to synchronize it. Unless and until if you are not synchronize it, then it will not populate it for the future or further utilization. So it's more important, it's pretty important to synchronize this particular document at every stage of your uploading or downloading any file into the Zotero library. So what we need to do, you need to just go on to the software, click on edit, go on to preferences. Now, once you click on the preferences, okay, this is a Windows side. If you are using the Windows operating system, then you will get it on directly on edit tab. But if you are using a Mac operating system, then the direct Zotero ribbon will be there, or called Zotero tab will be available. Click on the Zotero tab, go on to the preferences. Once you click on the preferences, it will open this dialog box, and this dialog box will gives you the complete authority and authorization to synchronize the complete content of your own choice into the software. So this is a simple mechanism of uploading the data or uploading your own sort of files into the Zotero software, and it will be useful for the further utilization for your research journey. Next important point is called building your own Zotero library. Now, if you are building your own Zotero library, then it's more important to get rid of these particular points. So basically, there are 4 sources through which you can include the various point of interaction as a way of library into the varieties of way. If you are creating the library, then you can do it by these four options. First one is from your own web browser. You can directly use a Zotero connector to use this particular software using Zotero connector diagram directly. Next is drag and drop the PDF. So flexibility will be there. You can picking up any PDF file and put them into the software directly. You may use DOI numbers or unique identifiers like digital object identifier number or ISBN number of any book, so that you can use for the further research journey, and you can add manually approach as well. So this is the point of approaches. You can add your own source of material or called as a literature survey into the Zotero library. Now maybe the question arises here, like, sir, how we can add our complete material which I already collected from the different sources. So what you need to do, you need to either choose your web browser as a Zotero connector, or you can drag and drop the PDFs and put them into the bucket of Zotero. Either or you may use the unique identifiers, or you do the manual entry as well. Now, as I'm talking about the Zotero connector every time, so what exactly it is? If you go on to the website called zotero.org, you can get a software with the free of cost. Also, you will get the Zotero connector as well. This Zotero connector will gives you the flexibility and facility to directly integrate with the browser and MS Word as well. So this is a particular software which will be useful for directly using into the MS Word and with the browser as well. Once you install this Zotero connector into the your web browser, it will be popped up into the right upper corner of your browser. You just click over there, and that PDF or that book will be included into the software directly. How it is being used, in how we can do this particular activity, I will give you the example in such a way that how we can add the sources using Zotero connector. If you saw over here, this is a particular case study of DOAJ, that is a directory of open access journals, where you get the ample number of journals which are available onto the website called doaj.org. What you need to do, you need to just go on to this particular website. Once you install the Zotero connector with the browser successfully, then just click on this particular icon. Once you click on this particular icon, the Zotero software automatically recollects the complete entire data and try to save into the software. If you can saw this GIF diagram, you can directly came to know that Zotero is using this particular PDF into the library directly. How we can add the sources using Zotero connector? So these are the couple of Zotero icons will be there, through which you can add your valuable findings into your own Zotero software. Just click on the Zotero icon to add source to your library, or you may use the new sources for collection of your own Zotero library. Or if you are using the automatically synchronization, then click this particular button. So these are the particular case studies which I observed from the internet. Just go on to the browser and try to recollect the data, and you get the complete information into the Zotero software. This is a simple exercise. We can do this. Click on the Z logo into the taskbar to open the Zotero, and in the right column and so on. We'll do this particular exercise. So I will show you how to use this particular software. Okay, just I'm stop here screen and gives back the privileges. So I came to know that how it is being useful. Now, I hope that my screen is visible perfectly.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so if you can observe over here, this is a website of Zotero, that is zotero.org. What you need to do, you need to just click on this download button. Okay, even though if you want to read some of the constraints and maybe the context which is related to the Zotero, you came to know that what exactly it is. So here is the basic panel which I'm talking about. The first panel is consisting of library, the second panel is consisting of the entire data, and third panel is consisting of various items or the more information related to the items. So this is the GUI of Zotero. What you need to do, you need to just click on the download button. The moment you click on the download button, your internet browser will immediately jump onto the next window called Zotero connector. You can saw over here, the Zotero 6 is the latest version of Zotero software. Earlier it was 4 and then 5, and nowadays 6 is being launched by the Zotero organization. The Zotero 6 for the Windows, you just click on the download button. So I already have this Zotero, so I could not download it. If you're using the Mac operating system, then use this Mac OS. Okay, or if you're using the Linux operating system of 32-bit or 64-bit, you may install the different flavors of operating system depending upon your configuration. You may install it. Or another way approach is install the Zotero connector. Now, if I'm installing it, just click on the install extension. Now this Zotero will already being installed in my machine. So it will gives you the pop-up like remove from the Chrome. So it is already being there. If I click on over here, if you can saw, the Zotero connector is already being there. So I could not being install it again. It's already being installed. So once I go on to the any website, if I recollecting the data, it will automatically saved into the software. So this is a live demonstration how we can use this particular software for our day-to-day lives directly. Next, how we can adding the item manually into it. Now it's more important that we have collected n number of PDF, or we have collected several sort of mechanism earlier, like different PDFs and different thesis, or I already collected. So important is first and foremost how we can add the item manually into the Zotero software. So what we need to do to add the citation manually into the Zotero, just click on the new item icon, okay, into the middle column. If you can observe over here, here is the option to add it manually. If you are trying to establish a interconnection, how to add manually entries into the Zotero software, just click on this green plus symbol in the drop down menu. You will saw book, then book section, document, journal articles, news articles, link to the file, store copy of the file, and more. You just drag and drop the file will automatically intact into it, and you can use it for the further studies as well. In a similar way, whatever be the PDF which you are going to be put them into the Zotero software, just click on it and that information will be reflected into the item menu or item panel. This item panel will give you the complete information related to the PDF. How we can add using the identifiers. Now this identifier may be your ISBN number or it may be your DOI, that stands for digital object identifier. This digital object identifier will gives you the complete, it's a unique number of a PDF which you are going to be collected from the internet. Now there may be a possibility that you are using this DOI number of any of your choice. Maybe possibility like someone is working in the field of AI, someone is working in the field of network security, someone is working in the field of economics or journalism and so on. Whatever be the content which you are going to be visit onto the internet, you just collect the DOI numbers, click on this button. This is second option, adding the different PDFs or documents using identifiers. Put the DOI number into this text field or text box. The Zotero will directly encache the data and put them into the Zotero software. How we can do the drag and drop facility or drag and drop mechanism, you can saw over here what is the probable situations arises once we are putting the approach of drag and drop into the Zotero. You can saw onto the screen, it's clear-cut example, a case study that I am having one PDF that is journal article. I am taking the journal article from one of my folder and putting into the Zotero software. Once I click on the PDF, the complete information related to this particular PDF will be populated into the item dialog directly. So you came to know that what exactly the drag and drop approach is all about. Second is how we can use the identifier approach, that's called as the ISBN, that is International Standards of Book Number. Okay, it's a unique identifier for the book, or we are using the DOI, that stands for Digital Object Identifier. It's a unique identifier or unique identification for online articles which are available on the fingertips as well. So it's more importantly, you just need to get the DOI number from the internet. Once you are collecting the DOI or ISBN from different websites or from libraries, any databases, so try to put them into the Zotero software, and this Zotero software will give you the complete information related to that particular article which you are already being recollected from the different resources. So if you can observe, the Zotero is a magic wand tool which will signifies the work of a researcher in a prominent way, and the researcher is quite happy to collecting the data, and once they are collecting the data and try to generate their own journey of research, so they were happy once they are collecting this complete information on the fingertips as well. Organize your Zotero library, how we can do this particular activity. So this organization of your Zotero library will done in 4 particular ways. First one is save the source to the folder directly. It called as a collection. Okay. Second one is add or browse the tag. Third is deduplication of your library. And fourth is called as customize your view of your own Zotero library. Now, how it is being useful, the case study number first, or the point number 1 is save the sources to the folder. How we can do this particular activity, I show you with the help of presentation, with the help of directly software, how we can do this by putting them into the bucket of Zotero directly. Give me a moment, I can share the Zotero screen or Zotero software, which I already downloaded it from the internet itself. So it will be helpful for every individual to get to know that what exactly the process is all about and how we can use this software into day-to-day life in a real-time examples as well. I can share my screen so that everyone can get to know that how the analysis is going on. So this is the Zotero software which I already created. You can saw over here, I created the 3 folder over here. First one is artificial intelligence. Second one is CFD analysis. Third one is video analytics. So these are the particular, case study which I already did. So let's take an example. If I want to create the new folder, okay, suppose it name is of data science research. So what I need to do, I need to just click on this folder plus symbol, give the name to the folder appropriately. Okay. Just click on OK. So it will be created. The folder is created appropriately without taking extra time. So this Zotero software, in the library panel, I have created one folder having named it as data science research. Okay. Now what I need to do, if I'm having any sort of a PDF, okay. So if I have any sort of PDF, I directly take it and just put them into the bucket of, okay, it will saying it's a shortcut of PDF. So just hold on. So once I created this data science research folder, next aim is to put any sort of PDF into it. Okay. So I show you that. Let's take an example. If I'm taking any research paper from the internet for data science, say data science book. So if I took any sort of book from the internet itself, just click on this add-on button, click on Zotero connector. We'll ask for yes. Okay. Now you can saw over here, the best data science book for beginner is being added into my folder. If I click on this, so the complete information related to this best data science book for beginner will be highlighted into the tab called item panel. It will gives you the complete information related to item type, title, author, abstract, website titles. It's Simply Learn, which I took it just right now in front of you. Okay, date is given and so on. The complete information, if you can add, add the date over here. So it's 23rd of February 2023. Just I get this particular PDF from the simplylearn.com. In a similar way, you may add n number of things directly by dragging and drop or just using the Zotero connector. One of the fabulous tool to use it directly from the internet as well. Now get back to my presentation. So this is one of the, a particular way of using the Zotero connector in a signified approach and try to recollecting the complete information onto the fingertips as well. Next approach is called create the tags for your source. How we can create the tags? No, there may be a possibility that we are using the different sort of PDFs or books or different conference paper, but we are forgotten to give some sort of, tagging as well. So you may do this particular activity by putting the tag and notes into it. How you can use, add a note like, for example, like ideas or concepts from the source that you can later being incorporated into the paper. Or there may be a possibility like you are using n number of, you are browsing to n number of websites and you can forget it. How we can, put them into the folder. So you can tag it with the help of these particular two phenomenal analogy called notes and tag, and try to collect it again for the further utilization. That next is called deduplicate your Zotero library. This deduplication of Zotero library will gives you the flexibility of interconnecting the n number of different books, conference paper, research paper, or any website. If it is duplicately available, if it is available 2 times or 4 times, a single PDF will be available, then the Zotero software will be counted as a one. Okay, and it will gives you the complete information into the duplicate item as well. So you can get the information, like if you can saw over here, this book of Canada Maxim, it's 2017, the association between the social economic, it's appeared 2 times. So Zotero is smart enough to avoid the deduplication of your original content. Customize what you see in your Zotero window. You can customize your own sort of analogy using this particular software by creating or by clicking the button over there. This is a particular button you can avoid by, you can do this particular activity with the help of creating or clicking the button available onto the software itself. You can customize yourself, like what sort of mechanism, what sort of matter which you want. Either you want the publisher detail, or you want the publication detail, or you want some more information related to the PDFs which you have uploaded into the software. You can do this activity in the software itself. Create the references using Zotero. So there are multiple ways to create the in-text citation and reference list. So here are the 2 approaches which I already gone through it and try to do it directly. First approach is called as by drag and drop approach. Directly we can do this. And second approach is called Microsoft Word Processor plugin, or you can use it the Google Docs or LibreOffice integrated in-text citation and references. So one of the best approach is to use a Microsoft Word processor. We can directly having a privilege to use this software into the Word file, and we can use this word processor into the Zotero by putting into the ribbon button. Okay, how we can use this particular analogy will gives you, I will explain you in a proper significance way at the last. First we go into a proper situation. Like the second is called select your citation style into the Zotero. As I explain you, like more than 10,000 guys, can you believe it? More than 10,000 citation style will be available into the Zotero software. Just you need to synchronize your data in such a way that your data will be prominently available on your machine itself. Now the job of a Zotero software is to recollect the complete entire data and put them into the bucket of reference list. Now our aim is to create the reference list in a proper fashion. If you can saw over here, what is the mechanism of creating the citation style or reference list into the Zotero software? So first, if you are using the Windows operating system, just directly go on to the Zotero software, click on edit, go on to the preferences. And once you go on to the preferences, you can saw over here, set your preferred style in 2 places. First one is Cite and second one is Export tab. If you click on Cite and Export tab, you will get the Style Manager. And in this Style Manager, you will get the more than 10,000 styles will be available for properly managing your references. So this pre-references, this preferences tab will gives you the complete mechanism how to manage your reference list or a bibliography list into your own sake of style. If you can saw over here, the first one is American Association, second one is American Psychological, third is Cell, then Chicago Manual Style 17th edition, then Chicago Manual Style, and then we have Elsevier, then IEEE, then Nature, and so on. So there are more than 10,000 styles which are available directly. Okay, how we can add the references by drag and drop approach? Just open the Microsoft document, MS Word or Google Doc, drag the sources from your Zotero library into the document, click shift and drag a source to create in-text citation. It's very simple to be used it on. We'll do this particular activity. If you install the Zotero software into the machine successfully, you will get these 3 ribbon onto the Microsoft Word. So basically you will get this Zotero ribbon onto the file manager directly, or into the layout you will get this Zotero tab. Once you install this Zotero successfully onto the machine, this Zotero tab will be available into the Microsoft Word. Now once you click on this Zotero tab into the Microsoft Word, then next these 3 options will be enabled. First one is called add and edit the citation, second one is add and edit the bibliography, and third one is document preferences, which we are already discussing about the different citation styles, which nowadays, as we are publishing the paper into IEEE, Elsevier, ACM, or so many, n number of publication houses. So they are expecting from the author in their own set of style. So these particular styles which are already being there into the Zotero, just you need to come across those particular citation style and try to build them into the proper situation. Next one is refresh, and third one is unlink citation. Unlink citation means you have already linked some of the citation into the literature survey. Now you are able to, or you are in a position to, you do not need to put the citation into the reference list. So you can unlink these citation using this particular button. There may be possibility that author is bit confused that I have already referenced this software or not, or I have references this particular paper or not. So in this particular situation, we have the option called unlink the citation. You can directly unlink the linked citations which you already do it in the Microsoft Word as well. Next is troubleshooting. In the Zotero tab is not appearing. Troubleshooting means what exactly situation occurs. This Zotero software will gives you the free of cost of more than 400 MB of data. If the data is access than the 400 MB, then there may be a possibility of it will gives you the troubleshooting problem. Like at that particular time, you just quit your own microprocessor, like a word processor. Then in the Zotero, go on to the tools, add-on and extensions, and you can resolve this particular problem with the help of reinstalling it. Finding the citation and bibliography options into the Word. As I told you, this Zotero tab will be available once you install the Zotero software into the machine. So Zotero Ribbon will be available directly onto the Microsoft Word. Once you click on it, you will get the 3 options available into the Microsoft Word as well. Finding the citation and bibliography option into the Word, you just click on add notes. Okay, you will get the complete idea how we can add or finding the citation and bibliography option into the Microsoft Word. So this is the particular approach that I'm talking about, that doing the manually, or if you are installing the software Zotero into the machine, then the Zotero Ribbon will be installed into the Microsoft Word directly. Just click on it, and then you need to click on add and edit the citation. Okay, once you click on add and edit the citation, the content, whatever be the content which you have taken it from the research paper, it already appears. What you need to do? You need to just type something over there. N number of research paper will be available, which you have already put into the Zotero library. So automatically you can cite it. You can saw over here. Now the paper of Kratochley 2017 will be cited automatically by just clicking of the button as well. And earlier, this particular process, which we are usually doing it in a manual way. So this is one of the shortest way of doing this approach in a similar and this sophisticated approach as well. Citing the page number and suppressing the authors. If say maybe possibility like you need to add some page number or author name into your research paper or into your thesis or in your dissertation, you can do this particular activity with the help of a software directly into the Microsoft Word or word processor. Just try to collect the data, put them into the MS Word, click on the Zotero. It will gives you the complete flexibility to add the different page numbers and suppressing authors as well. Citing more than one author, there may be a possibility that single in a single paper having multiple authors as well, like 2, 3 and so on. So you may do this particular activity with the help of Zotero software by adding the more than one authors as well. How we can do this? So see the particular how we can insert the bibliography from the Zotero as well. It's one of the simplest way of doing. Just click on the Zotero ribbon over here. Okay, in the menu bar you will get the Zotero tab. Click on the Zotero tab. Then you need to click on add and edit the bibliography. Once you click add and edit the bibliography, the complete reference list which you have added into your Zotero software, it will be populated in this particular style. You can saw over here, just if I'm clicking over here, the complete list is generated automatically with the help of different styling as well. Okay, you may choose your own set of style by collecting the information. changing the citation style with the Zotero. So this is the particular, a problematic situation that every time we need to change the citation style. The IEEE is asking for different style, Elsevier is asking for different style, ACM is asking for different style, Chicago is asking for different style, and so on. So n number of publication house are there, and they are expecting from the author every time that they are giving the different set of styles as well into the research paper. So earlier, this particular approach will be done with the help of manually. Nowadays, this software will gives you a complete flexibility and facility to smoothen the work of a researcher. In this way of researchpreneurship journey, just all the softwares which are available onto the fingertips. More importantly, we need to use it and try to recollect it and put them or publish it into the publication houses. So just click on the document preference button, select the citation style, whatever be the citation style you want to be picked upon. Once you pick the citation style from this particular menu, automatically the list will be populated. Additional features of this Zotero is adding even more citation styles, creating the group libraries, search for, connect with the different researchers and groups as well. Add the additional citation style to the Zotero if you want, like if someone is presenting or publishing the paper into XYZ journal and they are asking for some different styles which you are unknown about it. So you may add any sort of different style, citation style into the Zotero by just clicking to the different tabs into the software. Let's take an example over here. If I want to include the IEEE different styles into the Zotero, I can use this software by additionally adding the citation style into my Zotero library. How we can create the groups? We can create the n number of groups into it. Similarly, which we have created this folder. In a similar way, we can create the new groups as well. We can add the people or create the people, group of people, so that we can share the information. We can share the n number of research papers, n number of conference paper, books, etc. We can share the information amongst us towards the Zotero software. So at the end, I must conclude my topic like Zotero is nowadays is a freely available software. It's open source software. You can useful for link and provide them a library together. Bulk imports, edit and customize the citation styles. It will be available for the mobile phones. Okay, no official app will be there, but you can use on the mobile phone as well. But install the Marklet tools, ISBN scanner on iPads, and social features. It will create the profile. It will send the messages, follow the users, feeds, and libraries as well. So this is from my side. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to discuss my views on Zotero software. If you have any sort of queries, please, I can answer those queries as well.
Thank you so much, sir.
I'm requesting to participants, if you have any sort of queries, so they can ask, or you may put your query into the chat box as well.
Yes.
I'm requesting to all the participants, if you have any sort of queries, you may unmute yourself and ask a query or put them into the chat box directly. Okay, ma'am, I think there was no query at all. I'm requesting to all the participants, if you have any sort of query, you may unmute yourself and ask a query, or you may put down into the chat box as well. Okay, madam. I think there will be no query at all.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts and deep knowledge about in research work publications and contributions. That is research methodology and use of ICT. Session was full of enthusiasm, valuable knowledge, and new ideas that ignited the minds. It will be a great pleasure for us to listen you again in our future events. Now, coming towards the end of the session, department of the CSE, PR Pote Patil College of Engineering and Management, Amravati, to propose a vote of thanks to all those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this session on research methodology and use of institute. At the outset, with my whole gratitude, I thank our chief guest, Honorable Dr. A.B. Gadicha sir, HOD and Associated Professor of Artificial Science Department. We are really enlightened with your knowledge. Honorable Chairman sir and Honorable Director sir for their inspiration and motivation. Principal and Vice Principal sir for their enthusiastic and continuous support. And my heart for their active participation in the session. Successful. Now, with the permission of chair, I hereby declare that the tomorrow session will start sharp at 1 p.m. Tomorrow start at 3:30 p.m. Sorry, your feedback and attendance is valuable for us. So please do mark. Till then, be happy and take care of your health. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.